Hey guys, we are in the basement yesterday guys, on this episode of John's Arcade. Well guys, we are getting out of here. That is right, because we're doing a John's Arcade on the road. I have to tell you, I'm pretty excited because my buddy Jay invited me over tonight for a pinball unboxing. That's right, a pinball unboxing, because he picked up a brand new 2019 Stern Premium Black Knight. That's right, a brand new Steve Ritchie pinball machine here in 2019. Now, you guys might remember I had the OG Black Knight, the 1981 pinball machine. Ultimately, I did get bored of it, but it might have been just a little before my time because it was a very basic pinball machine, but it did have that upper playfield, which was kind of a big deal at the time. And then they came out with Black Knight 2000, which added more bells and whistles, a DMD display, a really big upper playfield. And now in 2019, we get the third pinball in the series, Black Knight Sword of Rage. Yeah. Now, Jay picked up the premium one, which is important here because the premium and LE editions of the Stern have the upper playfield. The Pro version does not. Now, I haven't seen the Pro version. Actually, I haven't seen any of these yet, so I'm very excited to see this. But it is kind of a bummer to know that the Pro is missing that upper playfield, because that's kind of been the thing, the Black Knight thing all along. So anyway, enough of that. Why don't we just hop in the car, take a ride to Rhode Island, visit Jay's Arcade, and we're gonna unbox this brand new Stern pinball machine. I'm very excited to see it. I do think it's a really cool theme, and maybe the coolest for me since Ghostbusters. So anyway, enough of that, guys. Let's hit the road and go to Jay's Arcade.
Let's do some contact with a test. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3.
All right, we made it. Housekeeping! 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 Jay!
Hey, John. What's up?
We're back!
How's it going?
It's going. We haven't been here in a while, man.
Long time no see.
I heard there's an unboxing.
Well, you got a special, unboxing tonight. Thanks for coming down.
Yeah, so this is
We have no
the Black Knight, which is the new Steve Ritchie pin.
That's right. Yeah.
Right? Now, I had the Black Knight.
I remember.
That was like from like 1981 or
81,
something.
yeah. Old.
And then they did Black Knight 2000.
Right.
Did you have that one?
No, never had it.
I thought you did for
I'm
some
looking
reason.
for it. I want to get one.
Yeah, and now this is like the brand new one, the 2019 one, and this is the premium, which has like all the bells and whistles, right?
Most, yeah. It has the double, level play field, because the Pro doesn't have that. So.
Right.
But yeah, so.
So let's open it. Can we
let's
open it?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
All right.
Ready?
3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Enter best. Okay, we checked all 4 systems. There you go.
All right, Jay, I'm getting excited here. And this has like all original new art, right?
That's what they tell me.
I mean, because obviously there's no like Black Knight style guide.
I did hear that like there's a mode that it goes into that kind of is like a retro. I haven't tried it yet, but somebody was telling me like the the LCD or the goes into like a cool retro Black Knight, the original Black Knight or Black Knight 2000, and plays the same music and everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you have to get it to like.
That's awesome. I have to say, this is the first like new Stern pin since Ghostbusters that makes me kind of wish I had this,
This is my first new Stern. I've never purchased a Stern before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's the first one. So.
Man. All right, let's get it out of the box. All right, Jay, I'm getting actually kind of excited here. Look at this art. So you can see, Jay, it was made May 16th. It passed quality assurance here.
Good. Yeah, I don't want any good.
Inspector 43.
Good enough.
So if there's any issues, you need to talk to Inspector 43.
They'll take care of me.
So I think a lot of people don't understand like how to set up a pinball machine.
Okay.
Because to me it was kind of a mystery when I first got a pinball.
Oh yeah.
Like the idea of like sitting it on its like butt there, and standing it up. But to really set it up, you just put these legs on first.
Yep.
And then just kind of lower it, and then raise the butt.
That's it.
And then that's it. I've seen guys do it all by themselves, one hand. Rest it on your knee. Yeah.
Make sure everything's tight. We decided to put these washers.
Yeah. So I don't remember my Ghostbuster having those. Not sure.
Is that new? Are we not supposed
Yeah.
to put them there? I don't know. I don't think it's gonna hurt.
And the nice thing too, though, that Stern, they put the cabinet protectors on there now.
Yeah. Remember because when they used to have the problems with the artwork all crumpling up
Right.
and everything?
Yeah.
But anyway.
Like this would all kink.
Yeah.
And so they
brand
put
new pin.
Right. And they would put these. Now they have these plastic spacers that get this off the cabinet.
Yeah.
All right. So now what?
We're gonna just tip it down and then we'll lift it back up with the back lights on.
All right, Jay, it's all set up. It looks good.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I like it. Let's see how it plays.
So the heads are all like metal now. I think Ghostbusters was like this too, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, and you got the cord in the back here like this.
I think so.
The power switch is where now? Where do they put them?
Right here. At least on the Ghostbusters, yeah.
Underneath, yeah. So that all changed.
Right there.
Yeah.
I'm getting excited here.
All right. So let me find these bolts so we can put this head up.
It looks sick, man.
Thanks.
I love the art.
Yeah.
So yeah, on these new Sterns, there's like, you throw bolts through here, there's like a big warning, attention. Because like on the older Sterns, they had the Allen Keith hardware lock thing, right?
Yeah.
So this is obviously a cost savings thing, but they've got these tabs on the head. All right, Jay, it's all set up, man.
6 balls.
It looks awesome. Take 6 balls?
6.
Nice. So this looks pretty badass, dude. So this here is like from like Black Knight 2000, that little artwork thing there.
Yeah.
It's got the Black Knight toy, which is cool. The upper Playfield, which is kind of the Black Knight thing, right?
Yeah.
Since the first game.
Yeah.
And this one is the premium,
That's correct.
which is the middle one, right?
Yep.
Because there's Pro.
Yep, and then the
Which
limited
the
edition.
Pro doesn't have the upper
The upper
Playfield,
playfield, no.
which is kind of a shame, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you're buying Black Knight, I mean, you want the upper playfield. That's what it's all about, right?
Right.
But if you're an operator, I guess, and you're just going to put this on the road and try to make money, then
Yeah.
you want to buy the cheapest, thing that's going to make money. So.
And this is a cool like ball lock mechanism thing here.
Yeah, let's fire it up and see how it works.
It looks sick. I can't wait to see that back glass lit up. Black Knight Premium. So is there a wire you have to plug in for that? Like a little Molex?
Is there just an LED there or something?
Is that a launch or how? Oh, how does it make
I think
contact?
there's LED
Oh,
right
I
there,
see. I
yeah.
see. The switch is actually here.
Yeah, that's the switch.
Oh, that's slick.
That little LED there.
Because like an NBA fast break, I have a little
the
Molex every
wire.
time.
Yeah, so they got away from that.
That's actually cool. So there's like a leaf switch here,
Yep.
and you push this button down and it hits it, and then there's an LED little thing right there.
Right. Yeah.
Does the Pro have the Black Knight toy here?
It
does?
I don't think it looks like that though.
Oh, really?
It still has a spinning ball.
It does?
Yeah.
Is it just like a plastic?
It's very similar to that. I
Does
don't
it have
know
that
if
feather on the top and everything?
That I couldn't remember the details on that. They had it in Allentown.
All right, Jay, I'm excited here.
You ready to go? Don't get excited.
Don't get excited. So switch is there.
Yeah. All right, let's.
Is this still going with the cardboard? Jay.
Yes.
Starting up.
Ready? Everybody ready?
I think it's broke.
There goes.
Oh, it's on, it's on. It's booting.
It's got a boot.
So the, I guess the PCB, whatever you want to call it, it's behind the glass and it has the LEDs on it, right? It's on the actual logic board. The LEDs that light up the translite.
Yeah, there it goes. So
Yeah.
Your Ghostbusters boots up like immediately, right? Do the lights come on, or does it have the same kind of boot? Well, yours is a little has the DMD still, right?
It does, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There it is.
Wow.
Okay, should we try it out?
I think so, Jay.
I don't think it's on free play.
Coin that thing up.
Is this on free play? It's coming to free.
Oh, really?
So it's interesting. They have like this big LCD, but it still has the dot
still the
matrix
old-
menu.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Probably because the operators are so used to it, right? They don't want to risk alienating the old school dudes.
You are easy pickings.
Look at that, dude. It's got a cool rock soundtrack.
Balls of fire! Super Pulse!
So what do you think so far? Do you know how to play it?
I've never played it before.
So I really like the animations.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've really stepped up their game compared to like
Oh yeah.
the Aerosmith. Remember the Aerosmith animations?
They had to though, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
they've got like 3D models now. So how do you get the ball back up to the top playfield, you know? Oh, through there? Okay.
Have you failed yet again?
it's cool that they have the color changing LEDs now, just on everything. It just makes a huge difference.
So you were saying that it has color changing LEDs?
Yeah, like just they throughout the game it just changes, depending on
The mood or whatever.
exactly. Pretty cool looking.
It's sick looking.
All right, who wants to try next?
That's pretty funny. Did you see that? Oh, you got a free game.
Hey, how much? We'll try one more time.
Thank you for returning.
So Kevin O'Connor did the art. He's an old Williams guy, right? Didn't he do a bunch of the Williams stuff?
I think he did.
Yeah. Did he do any of the Black Knight art? He might have.
You failed.
I'm not sure.
We can look it up. So I'm looking up Kevin O'Connor. So he's been doing pinball art since the 80s.
Oh wow.
Actually, since the 70s. He did Galaxy Rangers, Strikes and Spares, Supersonic, Star Trek, Kiss. This is all Bally Williams. Silverball Mania, Mystic, Viking, Frontier, Medusa, BMX, Laser War, Torpedo Alley.
He's got
He did not do the original Black Knight though.
No.
He did Star Trek Data East, Turtles Data East. We had that.
Yeah.
Judge Dredd, World Cup Soccer. He did NBA Fast Break.
Wow.
Monster Bash.
Quite the lineup.
Yeah, so it's cool that they're doing the original art and they have this guy that's been around since day one.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, that's one of the things about CERN that I'm glad they went back to doing original art. I mean, Ghostbusters had original art, right?
Yes.
But then a lot of the games, prior to had all that kind of just movie poster,
Right.
Playfield and
It was just like a Photoshop festival.
Photoshop, copy
Yeah.
and paste. I'm glad they went back to original art. It looks.
So Jay, this thing's pretty awesome, dude. So when Dell's, and by the way, Dell's here, be sure to check out his channel, Delusionals Arcade. Dell, I saw you did the Buffett video.
Yeah,
How was that?
it's good. A lot of stuff I didn't show. He has tons of monitors everywhere. It's crazy.
Right. So did you go down to like Virginia or something? Where were you?
That's where he was, Virginia.
Okay. Wow.
So it's good. We're gonna do more episodes hopefully. We're gonna repair stuff.
So check out his channel, Delusionals Arcade. So Jay, can we take a peek at the computer?
Yeah. Next. Yep.
I'd like to see if there's anything different going on back there.
Check it out.
All right, so we're gonna open the back glass here. I'm curious to see how different it looks than like Ghostbusters. Oh wow, so
Oh, look at this. They
sexy.
have, like these little
Oh, that's nice.
holder.
So here's their little LCD display.
Yep.
Obviously, this is not an ordinary size, right?
Right.
Speakers, power supply.
system.
Yeah,
Yeah. And then
the
power distribution. It looks like over here. I'm guessing. And then does this just come up? Or?
there you go. Wow. So this is what always blows my mind. So that's the whole thing, by the
Yeah.
way. And if you guys saw in previous videos opening like a Williams,
Yeah.
it's
What
tons
a
of boards.
difference, huh?
And the thing that blows me away about this more than anything is that the LEDs for the Translight
Built right on.
are built right on the logic
main
board.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? Yeah.
I mean, it's efficient as all heck, right?
Oh, sure.
They don't get hot, so who cares, right?
Right.
Just throw them on there.
Yeah. Yeah, there's not much to it, huh?
Very cool. And then for code updates, there's an SD card slot right here,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And it's got a USB, and is that Ethernet?
Looks like Ethernet too, yeah. But I don't know if that's used for diagnostics or something else.
I'm not sure how different this is than the Ghostbusters. I think it's might be the same board or maybe a later revision.
Yeah. Is yours tiny like that too?
It is, yeah.
Wow.
Well, no, actually, no, mine isn't like that because I don't think I have the LEDs.
Built on, yeah.
But I haven't opened mine in so long, so I don't remember.
Yeah.
But it's got these Ethernet here cables that are going to, I think, the little
Logic
nodes.
ports underneath, yeah.
The little nodes on the board, right?
Yep.
And maybe we could take a peek at that if you don't mind, please. Thanks.
No problem, Johnny.
So this is this the 5-volt power supply?
Oh yeah, let's take a look at that. If you can see the top.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
So this is a 10.5 amp, 48 output, 48 volts.
48 volt output, yeah, 10 amp. Yep. So I guess they're doing 48 volt like
I made that happen.
to this distribution block here, and then I don't know if that. Well, I don't know what it does, but yeah.
Huh. So what's this guy right here?
Well, I think that's the AC power in.
Okay.
And then that connects to the DC supply.
But you think 48 volts is feeding that?
No.
Or is it being stepped down?
It's feeding this board here, which then it distributes it. But then there's some, I don't know.
You think this is stepping it down?
Well, there's like some regulators there you can see underneath there. There's something. I don't know if it's stepping down to 5 volts or.
Right.
But then it powers this board and the rest of it. Assuming all the LEDs and everything like that. It's probably just distribution.
So here, 12 volt out right here.
Yeah, there you go.
For BB use. I don't know what that means. Bed and breakfast?
Yeah, CPU power, Playfield power, cabinet node power. So those are the nodes you're talking about.
Right.
And the back box power. So.
Interesting. It is pretty amazing though that you have this big, head.
Right, and there's nothing in it.
There's nothing in it.
Yeah. That they've kept it that way, but
you kind of need that real estate to draw attention to want to play it,
Just the fact that they make use now of all the space down here with the LCD, and like you said, they've come so far with the animations and 3D models versus what it used to be when they first started this, right?
And they're putting instructions on here too, which is smart, obviously.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I think a lot of people, it takes me a while to understand the rules of a pin.
Yeah.
Let alone walk up in an arcade and, suddenly know how to play it. All right, so we're going to take a peek underneath. Now this guy had 6 balls installed, so I think the new pins now, you can lift the playfield without ejecting them, doesn't it? Isn't there a catch down? I think there's a catch here that you don't have to eject. I'm just used to removing them all. You might want to just do it just in case, but.
What do you think?
Well, here, I'll put my hand here. Let's see what happens.
There it is.
Yeah, they're not coming. Yeah, they're coming. Here, just hit the eject.
Okay, ready?
Yep. Here, thank you. 3 more. Shit.
That's all right.
1 more. All right, so you've got the goodie bag here, right?
Yep.
With the little coin inserts, a bunch of extra plastics.
It's amazing that has not changed.
Yeah, no, that has not. And the artwork's not really, but it's very clear and you get it, right?
Right.
Sort of Rage. So yeah, look how just like modular, I guess.
Everything's a PCB.
Right, and we don't have individual, obviously like LEDs. They're like on the board.
Everything's on the board, right? And then you have all these little node boards, I guess.
Yeah.
Throughout that take the. I don't know if this one does, but I sort of Ethernet going throughout. Like this board here, right?
Yes.
Has Ethernet coming into it, and then there's some drivers there, obviously, that probably control the flippers and the so on.
Right. And this type of stuff used to be in the back box.
Right. And now it looks like they've changed all that and put it at the destination. Closer to the destination.
And also, an operator can just swap this board out now.
Right, which is good and bad, right?
Right.
Obviously, this board probably costs a lot more than just swapping a transistor, and this probably has a higher failure rate. I'm assuming there's more logic on there than normal. You can see there's a whole bunch of little ICs and other driver logic, down there. So, anyway.
The thing that's so interesting to me, though, is these little boards, instead of having all these individual incandescent bulbs or even individual LEDs. I keep wanting to say LCD. LEDs.
Yeah.
It's just all on here. So if for some reason the LED goes bad,
Right.
it's probably surface mounted.
Yeah, so you're not changing.
You're not
I mean,
changing-
Most people aren't going to be able to change
Right.
it themselves, right?
So you almost have to replace the whole board.
Right.
But this is doing all the inserts on the circle.
Yeah.
One single board
Yeah, doing all
is
this.
doing all of these lights,
Yep.
which is crazy, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And the same thing in the back. Are there? I think there are some individual LEDs.
Oh, yeah, you
Those
can
are flashers, or I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. There's definitely the old school tech here.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh wow. But these have LEDs on there. It's like an incandescent bayonet, whatever. Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, LEDs here, like you said, these are the surface mount, right?
Right.
They're still there. So yeah, there are still a few separate ones here and there. I mean, a lot of the other stuff hasn't changed. Like all the switch technology is the same. You know, micro
Right.
switches, leaf switches throughout. You know, that's still what they use. So.
It's definitely tidy.
Yeah. A lot cleaner now, I think, right? Versus some of the ones you look at from 30 years ago.
Anybody took the time and effort to run that speaker all the way down there versus leaving it with the rest of them?
The sub?
This is a better, this is a better resonant cavity, so you get more punch for the speaker, for the surface.
Oh yeah.
And also, you don't want that shaking the LCD all the time.
Right.
Yeah, so I didn't even know how to sub. But that's...
But they've been putting that sub there since the Williams days.
Yeah,
on the
but I
bottom.
think it's optional, right? In a lot of games, I don't
Yeah.
know if you get the sub.
And yours did not come with a shaker motor, but you can easily add it, right? And the wiring, I know I added it to my Ghostbusters. Does it go
harness somewhere that you
Yeah.
can plug into. I'm sure it's down there. Yeah.
I don't recall.
Yeah, someday I'll do that.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for showing me it, dude.
You're welcome.
So Jay, can we go to the garage? You got any
let's
new
go
stuff
check
out there?
Maybe a game or two. I don't know. We'll see.
All right, let's go to the garage. All right, Jay, we're in the garage. You got some pretty cool stuff out here, by the way. I like your cloak and dagger.
Yeah.
It looks pretty nice.
The previous owner really botched
And do you like
it.
my PCB and your iRobot right now?
Yeah, you're going to steal some of my chips? Is that what I'm hearing? To get yours to work?
It's in test mode, white screen.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Yours is doing the same thing, right?
It blocks up here, so we don't, whatever.
So what is it, the power board or is it the game board? Which
No,
one
it's
is
the
it?
CPU board.
Oh.
The video board seems to be fine. The power supply seems to be bad. I mean, they're good, but the CPU board has an issue.
Okay.
And it's locking up. It doesn't advance past anything.
So it's doing the same thing in my game
Yes.
that it did in yours. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna try swapping a chip from my CPU board into
We
yours.
did
is that?
do that, but it can't get past this.
Oh, so it's still locked in.
Yeah.
So you still have some board issues.
We do, but it's on the CPU board, not the video board.
Okay. So what are we gonna do next?
I have no idea. But he tried my video board with your CPU board, and it works.
And it worked. Okay.
But vice versa does not.
Now, did we try putting it in a self-test?
Oh, you just got it to take it. See, it gets a little bit further every time you power cycle it.
Okay. So it's got some input issues. Does this
No,
game-
it's locking up.
Oh, it's locking up.
What was that RAM? There you go.
See, we're in the game.
So now to play,
See, you can get a little bit further every time.
you power cycle it. Yeah. Yeah. Wasn't there a bad RAM issue?
Yeah,
We did get a RAM, yeah.
Which RAM
I
you
took a
got?
photo of it. I don't recall. We can look, but
Okay.
But anyway, Jay, can we check out your games?
Yeah. Absolutely.
So this is kind of your overflow.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously, oh my God, what's going on here?
Robby Roto.
Yeah, dude, I don't think I've ever seen this.
This is a pretty rare one, yeah. So this is one that I picked up, but it hasn't been working for a while. So, I got to give credit to Matt Janzak for fixing my board. He did a great job in getting it up and running again. So, but yeah, this is a great game. You don't see it too often, and Matt's over here playing it and trying to get a high score, I think.
And what's the game? Is it like a Dig Dug kind of deal?
Yeah, it's a lot like Dig Dug.
Yeah.
But it's it's Bally Midway's version of Dig Dug that really never took off. I mean,
Right.
It I guess didn't do well in the arcade, so it didn't really, there's not a lot of them still left. They got it converted a ton.
Right.
And I actually have two more that are converted, to crap with golf games, and I'm trying to deconvert. But this is the original one that I saved and brought it back to life. So, but it is a fun game. It gets hard fast.
And it's 1982 Bally Midway. The cabinet profile is super cool. The artwork on the side reminds me a little bit of Satan's Hollow. I don't know why.
Come on this side.
Like the little dragon
You
thing.
can see it over here.
Kind of makes me think it's the same artist as Satan's Hollow. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's got that stencil.
It's got that
artwork
vibe.
That's right on the wood, right?
Right.
So that's the hard part of restoring these games. Like I said, I have two of them that are painted over black, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get the paint off and preserve the artwork underneath.
Right.
But yeah, really cool artwork on it.
Very awesome. And then the board and power supply, everything's in that drawer that pulls out.
Yeah, it's just like Wizard of War.
Gorf, is it? Gorf like that or no?
Yeah, Wizard of War is Gorf. I think you have to access from the back. But
Okay.
Wizard of War is the same kind of, you drop down the drawer in the front, you pull it forward, and the whole, it's got that Bally Midway stack, with the boards that just plug in like in a back plane.
Right.
I think that's shared with Space App, Gorf, Wizard of War, Robby Roto, and a few others all have that.
And so you've got some other games here, like obviously Disc of Tron is badass.
Yeah.
And that's the environmental.
Yeah, just a Tron Environmental. I just kind of put it here in the corner. I haven't really taken it out. And then behind it is Star Wars Cockpit. You can see it back there.
Oh, nice. And then Gravatar, Black Widow,
Yeah.
Lunar Lander over there,
Yeah.
and then Atari Food Fight, which is awesome.
Yeah, I just pulled that out tonight so people can play that.
Now, Red Alert, I've seen this. I'm aware of it. I don't know if I've actually really played it. Why do you have this? And this is GDI?
Yeah, this is old school. GDI, I think they made a few other games, right? Is that, who made that? Is that Slither? Is that GDI or is that somebody else?
I don't know.
They made some weird games, but yeah. This is, it's got some cool artwork. I don't know if you can see it. I mean, there's like all those, little cloud or
Right.
kind of like.
It's another like kind of like it's actually stenciled,
onto
spray
the wood.
painted onto the wood.
Yeah. So we just got this one up and running tonight.
Really?
Yeah, I sent the board out to get repaired, and I haven't cleaned it or anything like that.
It said it was developed by Irem.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Irem.
who did like Kung Fu and
Irem.
Moon Patrol.
Yeah, and then they did games like R-Type and
Right.
games, so Irem's
And Wacko is awesome.
yeah. So
If you guys never seen this,
Wacko Diet Coke version.
yeah,
put that there.
I did. So Wacko is wacky. It's at a crazy angle.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, the whole thing's on.
Game's kind of okay. I mean, I've played it before.
It's like a memory match game, It's just
Right.
Kind of. But it's got all these different controls with the trackball and joystick.
Right.
And you kind of have to navigate.
And it's like move and shoot. I don't remember, right?
Right. Yeah.
And then here's your iRobot. By the way, this is Pete right here. He's swapping chips on my board.
Pistol Pete.
Trying to fix John's stuff.
So Pete, did you discover anything?
You got a bad board.
We got a bad board?
Hopefully it's that RAM chip.
Well, why don't we keep swapping from Jay's board till mine works? And
Okay. I'm down with that. Jay loves that.
So this is Jay's iRobot. So Cloak and Dagger, obviously amazing. This is the best one I've ever seen.
John, right? You got this, and then we did a trade.
This is
or
Ted.
something like
What's up,
that.
Ted?
Hey, what's up?
And so now, iRobot lives in my garage, where it gets to be played once a year.
Yep. And then Turkey Shoot is kind of a special game. This is a gun game. And I guess the gimmick of this is that it has feathers inside.
Yeah,
Does yours have the feathers?
It has the feathers. You can see them there. They're in there.
Yeah. And what happens when you shoot a certain turkey? Feathers fly up.
Yeah, when you catch all the turkeys, then the feathers. There's a fan in there, right, and a solenoid that just kind of shoots up, and all the turkeys go.
It's funny.
So
And this has the monitor on the bottom.
Yeah, with the reflective mirror, right? So,
Right.
Yeah.
It's definitely a unique game.
Yeah, it is fun. Hard, but a lot of fun. So.
Well, cool. And you have some monitors.
Yeah, overflow, just in case. So,
Oh, you have some cocktails, some Atari cocktails here.
So this is a food fight cocktail.
Oh, wow.
Here. I was gonna take it out tonight, but it's
Right.
the Warlords.
Warlords.
Yeah.
You used to have kind of Warlords tournaments and stuff
Yeah,
here.
I used
Because
to
you
have
had
four.
You had four Warlords cocktails.
I sold 2, and I still have 2. But it's still
Awesome.
People love playing that game. So.
Well, Jay, thanks for sharing, man.
Yeah, absolutely, John. Thanks for coming down.
Yeah.
I'm glad you get to check out Black Knight and fix your iRobot, hopefully. So.
Yeah. So is it working?
This is your chip. Leg jammed into it on Jay's board.
Oh, really?
That's still not your board. But you gotta look up that RAM issue. We'll swap a RAM.
Yeah, we had a RAM error, so maybe next time. Because right now I have to go back to the basement.
Oh God! All the way back to the basement.
All right, guys, let's go back to the basement. All right, guys, there you have it. What'd you think, huh? Did you guys like the Black Knight Sword of Rage? It was definitely a cool pinball machine, but you know what? I like the stuff in Jay's garage. I really like that Robby Roto cabinet, huh? Was that thing awesome or what? Now, I'm not sure about the game. I'm going to play it in MAME to see if I really like it, but that cabinet was doing it for me. Just super rare, super awesome. So, Jay, thanks for having me over, buddy. And also, I want to thank Pete for screwing around my iRobot all night. He was swapping parts and chips and from Jay's board to my board and trying different power supplies. And so basically, we didn't fix it, but we do know that the issue is on my CPU board. The iRobot's a 2-board stack. And so the issue's on the CPU board, and he figured that out by swapping the boards with Jay's and power supplies. So my power supply, that 1-up fixed, is working. The video board on my 2-board stack is working, but the CPU board is not. So I'm gonna maybe go through the ROMs and all the socketed chips, I don't know, but hopefully I can get that thing working soon. And then also, I don't know if you guys noticed, I moved some stuff around. Paperboy's now here, and actually I discovered something with Paperboy I'll share with you guys in a minute. So this is actually a way better spot for Paperboy. It's out right now a little bit because I'm working on the back. But then over here, Frogger and Crazy Kong and Crazy Climber and Major Havoc are all in this corner in the back row. And I think that's a way better setup because now you can actually see all of those games. Because before, it's like you never really knew Paperboy was back there. It just was like this big monster hiding out in the corner, and now the way the profile of these games works out, you can see them all going all the way back. So I like that a lot better. But and also I'll show you with the Paperboy. I was looking at the power supply. I was going to do a video last weekend on this, and I'm sitting here looking at the board in the garage, and I did do an Instagram video showing this, but I noticed that this resistor right here was burnt up, and it's supposed to be 2.7 ohms. So I got my meter out, and I pulled one of the legs off the board so I could test it accurately, and it's coming in at like 140 ohms or something here. Yeah, so you guys can see, and it just broke off completely. So it's 141.7 ohms I just saw there. Trying not to get my fingers on here. Yeah, 142 ohms. So this resistor is supposed to be 2.7 ohms. And this resistor is part of the 5-volt circuit. So I think this is definitely one of the reasons this power supply is not working. So, and you know what? I might be able to replace this resistor and we're back in business because we did replace all the other parts. So, I don't know. I might do this on my time just to see what happens because it'll take me 1 second to replace this resistor, but I'll keep you guys updated on that. So, all right, so let's do some viewer mail. Let's hang out. Actually, I want to show you guys something here. I got something in the mail from a viewer, and it's this thing right here, which is super cool, and it came with a little letter. And I'll read it to you guys. Now, this is like a little Donkey Kong kind of like shadow box thing. It's super cool. It's very dimensional. It's like a little Donkey Kong world inside of a picture frame. If you guys can kind of see what's going on here. It's very dimensional. It's just very, very well done. I like it a lot. So this was sent from a viewer. He sent me this card. It says, "Hey, John, enjoy the Donkey Kong themed shadow box. My son and I have learned a lot from watching the John's Arcade videos. Thank you, Ron Phillips." So you guys might remember Ron from a holiday video, I guess a couple years ago, where I accidentally printed like 10 emails from him when we were doing viewer email, and I just kept reading his over and over again, and it surprised me. So Ron Phillips, thank you for this. I really like it. And he had it sent to me from this company here, I guess that makes them. It's called Glitch. And I guess if you guys want to get one of these, this is their, it's called Glitch High-Tech Lo-Fi Art. And I don't think he has any affiliation with these guys. I think he just ordered this from them and had it sent to me. So it's Glitch High-Tech. I'm trying to, in their email, actually, their website is glitchartwork.etsy.com, so you can go on there. And I think they have done a bunch of different games, so check it out, Glitch High-Tech Lo-Fi Art. It is cool, right? So thanks, Ron Phillips. Actually, on the back, it says glitchartwork.com right there. So anyway, check it out. Thanks, Ron. All right, let's do some viewer mail. So if you guys want to participate in the viewer mail segment, you got to email them to me at john@johnsarcade.com. All right, the first email here is from Dusty. It says, "How do you power on and off your machines? Is there a better way than just unplugging from the wall or the switch? I'm a rookie to arcades, opening up an arcade and Nerf zone with my son and learning a lot from you. Thank you." What's a Nerf zone? Is that like a paintball place but with Nerf guns? So anyway, how do you turn them off? Yeah, I mean, all the games have a power switch, you know, on the top or on the bottom. But if you were to go down the row and attempt to turn all these games off one by one with the game's individual power switch, it would be like nearly impossible, because some of them are going to be like up against the wall. Some of them are going to be on the side of the cabinet, like Sega does that. Some of them have the switches on the top. So it's not really possible to do that when you have a lineup of games. So you basically need to control the outlets some way, you know. So I have basically breakers that turn on and off the power down here. So that's kind of how you have to do it when you have a lot of games. If you just have a couple of games, well, you could do that with power strips. Like upstairs, I have my Pac-Man and Centipede, and both of those games, the switches, I don't know where they are, on the back and maybe the top. But anyway, I have a power strip because it's much simpler just to turn that power strip on and off. You know, I have it on the ground, right to the bottom left of the Pac-Man cabinet. It's very easy to get to, but you can't really do that with a whole bunch of games, but you could do that with a small group of games. So basically you have two choices. You start unplugging them all from the wall. You have several choices, right? You can unplug each one individually from the wall. You can hit the power switch on each, which is not going to be really feasible because they're on all different locations. Or you kind of do the breaker method where you're actually turning off the breakers and cutting the power off to the outlet, which is going to be the best way if you have a lot of games. So hopefully I answered your question. All right, next one here is from James. Hello, John. I'm new to your channel, and I found it because I'm looking at fixing my dad's Zaxxon arcade. The arcade is original, I do believe, and we always played it as a kid, but I plugged it in, and the screen is tinted red now, and the game starts up and then freezes. Do you have any advice on where I should start and what I should do? Thank you for your time. Okay, James. So you said the game starts and then it freezes. I mean, you got to do the basic things, right? So you got to always check voltages first. I mean, it's like when I have a dead game, you know, I just start looking around, you know, and I usually have a gut now as to what it is. You know, I want to find out a bunch of things, okay? I want to find out if the game is playing blind, okay? So if there's no picture on the screen, okay, but if I start a game and I hear the sound, you know, the game is running, then usually I know it's a monitor problem. It's like, okay, the logic board's fine, the game's obviously starting, but the monitor isn't on. You know, the game's, I can't see the game, right? And then I'll look at the back of the monitor to see if the neck is glowing, okay? Then I know I have high. If it's not glowing, I know it's definitely the monitor. If it is glowing, now I start looking at other things like connection issues or what have you. But typically, if a game's playing blind and the monitor's out, it's usually the monitor, right? Unless the neck is glowing, then it could be a connection issue. If the monitor is off, it might actually be on, right? But the game doesn't play blind at all. So sometimes the monitor is black, but actually it's on. It's just that there's no picture, so it's black. But if you start the game, nothing happens, you have no sound, then you know you had something with the logic board, right? And that's when you start looking at the power supply. Now, if the screen is red, like you said, right, but the game starts and then it locks up, it sure sounds to me like you have a power issue. So I believe that those Sega games just used a standard switching power supply, right? So you got to check the 5 volts, okay? So get yourself a good multimeter and check the 5 volts. You can check it at the power supply. It's not the best place to check it. You really want to check it at the board, but it's the easiest place to check it, especially if you're scared to check it at the board. So check it at the power supply. You want to be generally right around 5 volts, maybe a little bit higher at the power supply, but then 5 volts at the board because you're going to have some resistance with the wires by the time you get there. So it sounds to me like you want to check the power. If the power is fine, now I'm just going to give you like simple things to do. If you have 5 volts at the power supply and the board, but the game locks up, but it does start, you could have a socketed chip issue, you know, reseat chips. These are all the simple things, and you'd be surprised how much stuff that you can't fix this way. I've had a lot of games that have just locked up, and you just take the board and start pushing on the chips, and bam, it works again for another year. You know, sockets might be bad, but just by pushing on the chips, it'll get you through another year. So, all right, let me know what happens, James, but definitely start with the power, okay? And that's always going to be the case here, especially if you determine your monitor is good. All right, next one here is from James. Hey man, I love the YouTube videos. You don't have a line to a nice working pole position, do you? I wanted to add one to the collection, preferably a 2 or one already converted to a 2, but would consider either, just want one in good shape. Thanks again. So I don't. I do own 2 pole positions, a 1 and a 2, and they're some of my favorite games. I'm keeping those for a long time. I love those games. But I'll say this. Pole position does seem like a game that comes up on Craigslist a little more often than other games. Now, it could be regional, I don't know. But I've seen them on Craigslist, not a ton, but I see them on Craigslist. So I would check Craigslist a lot. Obviously, posting on Facebook these days seems the way to go. And you know what? I wouldn't be afraid to buy a dead one right now, knowing that Adam's pole position board is going to come out eventually, which will have 1 and 2 on it. I cannot wait. I actually love pole position 2. So I'm kind of with you on that. Like, I was having more fun playing 2 than 1 there for a while. So I would just grab whatever you could find right now and just bank it, you know. And maybe you can get it working. Great. If not, store it till Adam's board comes out. I think a lot of people are doing that. But I would just, you know what? I don't have one for sale. I don't know anyone that has one for sale. But if I were you, I would just be on Craigslist every minute all over, expand your search, and also post on Facebook and the gaming groups. So, Jim, good luck. It is an awesome game, and it's worth owning. Like, I love pole position. So, anyway, all right, guys. That's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I do want to tell you guys to check out my podcast, Video Game Outsiders, at videogameoutsiders.com. I do that podcast every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern at videogameoutsiders.com. You can also listen for free using our app. So if you guys go to Google Play or the Apple App Store and search for Video Game Outsiders, you can install our app. It's the easiest way to listen to our podcast. Just get the free app, install it, press play, for every new weekly podcast. And then there's also bonus optional content that's $2 a month, and you'll get like an additional 12 extra podcasts. But if you want the main podcast, it's totally free. So just go get the Video Game Outsiders app on Google Play and the Apple. Is it called the Apple App Store now? There's no iTunes, right? So, all right, guys, that's it. Actually, I want to show you guys this too. I'm going to be doing a video probably for this soon. And actually, you guys tell me. So I'm a little backed up on reviewing stuff, okay? So I have this, which is a quarter scale Pac-Man, right, collector's edition, right? So what priority would you guys like to see me put into these reviews? We're gonna do all of them eventually, but I have this thing here, which is a collector's edition made by Quarter Arcades, okay? And I mean, just look at the box, it's pretty sick, right? So we're gonna do a review of this. I have the Tempest mini arcade game and also the arcade 1-up. So we're going to be doing all of those videos eventually. Which one would you like to see me do first? We'll do all 3, but what order should I do them in? Should we do the arcade 1-up first? Should we do the quarter scale Pac-Man first, or the mini Tempest arcade first? And the mini Tempest is like the centipede we did. I think this Pac-Man is bigger than. Was the centipede quarter scale too? I don't know. I love this freaking box though. So, tell me what you guys think. Which one should we do first? But before we do anything, though, I gotta get Paperboy working. That has to happen, because I just can't do other videos with stuff broken in the basement. So, anyway, all right, guys, that's it. I'm done. I'll see you very soon. Hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe, like, tell your friends, all that good stuff. Send your viewer mail to john@johnsarcade.com. All right, guys, I'll see you very soon. Later, and bye.